So today I bring you the ever mysterious slip, dip, and slide method that we keep hearing referred to so much in class, and hopefully you can find some use in this method. I know I find it useful when I try to do it. However, there are a few steps and it's pretty easy to get confused, so let's go ahead and start with a review of something we already know. So if you recall the AC method from when we learned in class, we see that we factor this polynomial first off by taking the GCF out. Well, since 2x squared, 7x, and 6 don't have anything in common, we can only pull out a 1. So really nothing changes. So since we can't pull out a 1, we go with our AC method. This 2 is our A coefficient, and this 6 is our C constant, or scalar quantity. So due to the AC method, it says multiply the A coefficient and the C constant together, and you get this AC value of 12. 6 times 2 is 12. And then you take that value, so 12, and then you see what factors can go into 12 that can add together to get this middle coefficient. So if we look at the different factors of 12, 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 4 and 3, we really see that 4 and 3 is the only way to get 7. So we do this by expanding our polynomial. This is now 2x squared plus 4x plus 3x plus 6. We see that 4x plus 3x is equal to 7x. So we can group these now, take out a common factor. Here, 2x, you can take that out from 2x squared. That leaves you x. You can take a 2x out of 4x, and it just leaves you 2. You can take a 3 out of this group to yield you 3 times the quantity x plus 2. Since these two are the same, right, you can pull that out here, and what do you have left? You have 2x plus 3. So this is our second grouping here. This is the factored form. This is the right way to do it. This is correct. I'm going to show you another way that's also correct, but it's a little more fun. So this time we're going to do it with style. And we're going to do that with the slip, dip, and slide method of factoring. Our first step, the slip. Just like we did in the AC, we are going to slip this A term all the way over to this C constant. Now when that happens, we are going to see that these two are going to multiply together. Instead of storing it somewhere else, having to rewrite the equation, what now happens is this 2 goes away. So this is now x squared plus 7x plus 12. Now, this isn't necessarily mathematically friendly. Like if you try, this definitely doesn't equal this for sure. But in the end, we're still going to get the same factored form. So next comes our factoring of the actual polynomial. Now we have something with a 1 in front of this, so it's much easier to work with. Now we still do the same way. What factors of 12? Multiply together to get 12, and add together to get 7. Well, we still find that it's still 4 and 3. So we're going to have x plus 4 here, and our x plus 3 here. Now if you were to FOIL this back out, you will get this equation. Now it becomes our dip. So let me change colors here. When we dip, what we're doing is we are dipping this coefficient underneath these two constant terms. So we're going to divide by 2 here and divide by 2 here. That's the dip portion. Now we wind up with something like this. X plus 2 times x plus 3 halves. Now when you reduce your fractions, they're either going to reduce, obviously, or they're not going to reduce. 3 halves is not reducible. So when these fractions don't reduce, this is when slide comes in. Let me change colors once again. Move my page up. So when I switch over to green here, we're going to have our slide step. Now, this happens when you have a denominator here that doesn't rationalize, so you can slide this over in front of the x term here. So we get a factored form now of x plus 2 times 2x plus 3. And if you recall from how we solved it using the AC method, we get the same answer. X plus 2 times 2x plus 3. X plus 2 times 2x plus 3. Okay, now, unless you're Goodwill hunting, you don't really get things when you see them the first time around. So I'm going to do the same thing with 2 more problems. So, first step, GCF. Is there one? No. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to slip my A over to my C. Right? I'm going to get x squared plus 7x negative 30. Right? So now I'm going to factor. What 2 things multiply together to get negative 30 and add together to get 7? Well, that gives me x plus 10 and x minus 3. Right? Now it's time to dip. So I dip this 2 under here and under here. I wind up getting x plus 5 times x minus 3/2. Well, what do I know when I have something that doesn't rationalize? I slip this back over. So now we have x plus 5 times 2x minus 3.